meet Jennifer Tantum, a striptease dancer from Pennsylvania.
It's interesting.
And Tiny April Wheat, an All-American cheerleader from Texas.
Fired up and ready.
They've already survived one battle with the Gladiators, and today these two toughies and our mighty male contenders tangle for a ticket to the semifinals.
Let the game begin! Woo!
Along with Lisa Molosky on a most important day here at Gladiator Arena as the number 4 and 5 seeds from our preliminary rounds go head-to-head for a final spot in next week's semifinals. And it should be hotly contested indeed, Lisa.
It certainly should. On the men's side, we have a New Jersey Highway Patrolman. On the women's side, two huge surprises. We've got a cheerleader from Texas and an exotic dancer from Pennsylvania. How about that for contrast?
Our lid lifter, Powerball. The women will start things off. Jennifer Tantum, just 24 years old, 5'3", 120 pounds. She came in as our 5th seed.
You ready?
Well, April looks ready. She's 21 years old, 5'1", 115 pounds, our 4th seed, a cheerleader at the University of Texas, Arlington.
There's our Gladiators, Ice, Sky, and Electra, our trio who will do battle with these contenders in Powerball. Larry Thompson gets the match underway. And April and Jennifer find the going tough early on. Oh man, Ice really takes April down. She is tough though, resilient, back on her feet. 30 seconds remain in this 45-second contest.
They are going down hard, but they're getting back up.
The Gladiators know what's at stake for our contenders, but they are going to make it as tough as possible for them. So far, a shutout. Try as they might, April and Jennifer just can't seem to get anything going.
Oh,
and right at the very end, that one counts.
She followed the screen.
April, we've got it just as time expired. Great job all the way around.
Ice showing us here just how serious she is. Ooh, takes Jennifer down hard.
And with 2 ticks left on the clock, April able to score despite the better efforts of Sky.
Well, gals, what a way to start the day. You said you were just thankful it was over.
So glad that is over. That's the hardest 45 seconds of all my life. And I didn't break anything. Yay!
Jennifer, you were holding your ribs. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, the wind got knocked out of me, that's all.
Ready to go?
Yep. Oh, yeah. More rumble.
Let's go.
The men are up next.
Powerball. Oh, this is it, baby. This is it. It's going to be rough, but it's going to be fun.
It certainly will be. John Schwepker of St. Peters, Missouri versus Mark Muse of Piscataway, New Jersey. Mark, 35 years old, 5'11", 185, our New Jersey State Trooper. Also our 5th seed. He will battle John Schwepker, 27 years old, the 4th seed, a former decathlon champion, Division II.
And he's left nothing to chance, practicing Powerball in his spare time.
Ready.
Mark Muse, quick out of the blocks, but Hawk stops him. Schwepker has one bounce off the cylinder. That time John gets around Rebel as Mark was double teamed. 30 seconds remain. Mark, he's trying to stay in bounds. Hawk makes a great save. And Rebel takes John down. Gonna stop the match with 18 seconds to go.
We have a disqualification against Hawk, going into the safety zone, driving the contender all the way off the mat. The remainder of the game will be played with the 2 remaining Gladiators, Turbo and Rebel.
Hawk will be going to the locker room, and the contenders will play 2-on-2 now. This will be tough on Rebel and Turbo. Again, strength is not the key here. Quickness and speed are.
And Mike, 2-on-2 completely changes the dynamics of this game.
Who can take advantage of what should be a mismatch in favor of the Contenders? Schwepker had an opening but just missed his shot. Mark can't score. 5 seconds remaining.
Nice
at the
shot.
very end, you see Turbo race across the field to stop Mark Muse. He got there just a fraction too late.
Mark, nice job. You know, people watch this Powerball all the time, and it looks like something that everybody can do. Tell them how difficult it really is.
Believe me, it's very difficult. I figured I'd come out here and score 5, 6, 7 goals. You scored 2 goals on these guys. You're doing a good job.
And you did. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, Hawk, as you must know by now, this is an event that's very difficult to keep your emotions in check. What happened?
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, you know, there's so much action. Crowd's going crazy. There's a lot of turmoil in this arena. I had a hold of one kid. Other kid was next to him. I had a hold of him, and I'm not looking at the ground. I'm looking at those guys and trying to do the best I can. Next thing I know, I got him out of the ring, almost into the stands.
Well, that was the infraction that led to our 2-on-2 challenge, and watch Rebel. He takes care of John.
Big time, and quickly we move on to our next event. Event number 2, Whiplash, or Who Will Own the Bone. Our women up first, April Wheat with a 2-0 lead over Jennifer Tantum. Jennifer will start things off against Zap.
Jennifer told me before this event that her strategy was to keep her arms straight and hang on for dear life.
Free hand out the way, keep it away now, ladies. Big Jamal whistle.
She had a terrific go-around with Siren in the prelims, and now she's got one going here with Zap. Zap jerking that thing. Every ounce of energy she has to try to whip it away from Jennifer Tantum. But the exotic dancer, no cream puff. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. That is it. Zap holds her off.
No lack of effort on Jennifer's part. Zap just wouldn't let go.
Oh boy, Jennifer, you accomplished your goal. You kept your arms straight and you held on. What did it feel like on top of that red circle?
I tell you, it's horrible. It's like trying to pull a horse out of a ring or something. She is strong.
Well, Jennifer, I'm sure Zap would prefer Foxy Filly or Thoroughbred to horse, but you do have one thing right. She is powerful. All right, April Wheat's turn to see what she can do with Zap. Larry Thompson ready to start the match.
The cheerleader against the Gladiator.
Oh.
Whoa!
One of her tumbling moves. Oh.
Well, exactly what you said, Lisa. That grip gave way. Zap whipped her about 3 ways to Sunday. Mark Muse, our New Jersey State Trooper, got off to a pretty good start in Powerball, picking up 4 points. But here in Whiplash, she draws the dangerous Turbo.
Mark told me beforehand he likes this event because he feels he has a 50-50 chance of winning.
Ready?
He likes it also because it's quick and fast.
Mark working him pretty good, but Turbo a smart Gladiator inside that ring. But look out! Oh, Mark had him going, but Turbo pulls him back.
Turbo keeps his center of gravity low and is able to keep his momentum in.
5 seconds to go. Mark getting mighty close. Turbo on the brink, but Turbo reels Mark Muse back in. Time expires, no points. Outstanding match.
Turbo, the master of this event.
His motto inside the Whiplash ring, act and react. He waits for Mark Muse to do something dynamic, and then he responds in kind and pulls Mark back. No points for our state trooper. Turbo's job not finished, however. One more contender to conquer. Does the decathlete have the right stuff?
Let's see what John Schwepker has up his sleeve. Oh, he
he's got some momentum on his side, but Turbo powerful at 245. "17 seconds remaining.
Oh,
Now 10 seconds. Turbo using every part of his body to make the difference.
Turbo definitely king in this event. John Schwepker knows it.
And who says the Glads aren't accessible? Take a bow, my man, you earned it. Stay with us, Skytrack is next. The upside-down race against the Gladiator Skytrack, our next event here in this quarterfinal match between April Wheat and Jennifer Tantum. Jennifer trails by 2. She will be in lane 1. In lane 2, our Gladiator Electra, and in lane 3, our cheerleader from Texas, April Wheat. Win the race, beat the Gladiator, you'll earn 10 points.
Hands and feet must work in tandem in order to be successful in this event. Here they go.
And right now, it's Jennifer Tantum with the lead, but here comes Electra.
They all look just great. Great form. Hands and feet, very
Electra
important.
the first to hit that turnaround point, but April Wheat was right there with her. This may be close. Jennifer Tantum bringing up the rear. She has had all kinds of problems, but here comes Electra down the final straightaway. Will April Wheat make it close?
Oh,
It
nice
could be.
move.
This is a photo finish. Electra wins it. April Wheat gets 5 points for being the first contender across. Super race.
Great race.
Let's take one more look at the finish. April looks to be in the lead, but watch Electra's legs. Look at that extension. That's how you do it, folks.
And then the reach out at the finish line. This is how close it was. Electra wins it. And our men will be hard-pressed to duplicate that excitement. A photo finish for the women. Let's see if the men can do the same. In lane 1, it'll be our New Jersey State Trooper, Mark Muse. Lane 2, our Gladiator Saber. Lane 3, the former decathlete, John Schwepker. First go-round in Skytrack for both our contenders. It wasn't a preliminary round event, but look at Saber go.
Wow, what a race.
Mark Muse, the first to reach that first turn.
These guys are serious competitors, Mike.
All 3 men reaching the turnaround point at about the same time, but it was Mark Muse who touched first. How they negotiate these final curves will tell the tale. It is Muse,
Wow.
Saber, and Schwepker coming down the final straightaway. This is going to be close. Who is it, Muse or Schwepker? We're going to have to look at this. This is a photo finish. Was it Schwepker first, Muse first, or Saber first? Well, we've been informed, Lisa, by Larry Thompson, our referee. He has called this a dead heat. Muse in lane 1 breaks the plane with his head. John Schwepker reached out with his arm. Larry thought they arrived at the same time. Both men will get 10 points.
Woo! Mark Muse, our New Jersey State Trooper, a former junior Olympic gymnastics champion back in 1975. And along with gymnastics, in college, Mark became the Division III national champion in the triple jump.
I don't have to brag or boast or anything. I plan on doing it all on the athletic field.
And that athleticism will be on display up next in the Tug of War and later in the Pyramid. Back here at Gladiator Arena, where everyone's going wild for this final elimination round match. Time to do our tug thing, Tug of War. The men are up first. And a look at John Schwepker, who trails Mark Muse 14-12. Who does he draw? Our biggest Gladiator,
285 pounds of Rebel. And the Tug of War is brought to you by the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. The best play here. Contender, if he pulls the Gladiator off, that's worth 10 points. If he can pull that flag to his side of the center line after the time limit, it's worth 5 points. Again, these are cantilevered platforms to offset the Gladiator's natural strength and size advantage. Rebel pulling with all his might. This is going to be a quick one. 7 seconds to pull John Schwepker off. And look at the big man's face. He looks like he's competing in one of those marlin fishing tournaments, reeling in the big one.
And he definitely reeled him in. John did his best, but look at this, no way. Not against Rebel.
Well, he might want to throw that one back and go for a bigger fish. Mark Muse certainly has more strength than John Schwepker. And the state trooper laid down the law against Rebel.
He got the first pull, and he's drawn him in.
Rebel on the brink. He needs to pull that rope back, and it can be done, folks. It can be done. Mark Muse just did it.
And he was awesome. What a performance.
And nobody loved it more than Mark's wife, Tracy.
Holy cow, Mark. Who would have thought a state trooper would pull Rebel off the Tug-O-War platform?
State troopers, we ride alone, we do everything alone. That's one-on-one up there. I can hold my own.
You got him. Great job.
Boy, that's an understatement. He can hold his own. Pulling off 285 pounds of the running Rebel. There he goes. On the women's side, April Wheatley, Jennifer Tantum by 7. Jennifer up first.
Jennifer possesses a lot of upper body strength. She did 14 pull-ups in 30 seconds at our tryout.
However, undefeated in the Tug of War are Gladiator, Siren. And it would seem that she'd have the advantage. And as Mark Muse proved in the men's competition, this event doesn't always belong to the Gladiator, but Jennifer never had a chance against Siren, who got the initial draw and pulled it away in 9 seconds.
We'll take one more look at it. Jennifer holding on for dear life. Wow, she hit the surface hard. Hanging on, but there she goes.
Lisa, she also lost her grip and her balance early. Couple that with the tenacity of Siren, and Contenders don't stand a chance. April Wheat now.
April, a former Batgirl and homecoming queen at Keller High School in Keller, Texas.
But baby, look at her now. Siren had her going, and Siren took her down.
Nice dismount, though.
No points awarded for that, however. And the popular Siren coming up with yet another event she excels at.
Siren, I love that name. I might be hearing impaired, but I make a lot of noise. Don't feel sorry for me. Don't patronize me. Just respect me.
Up next here on AG, the Pyramid, and a look at one of our contenders, Jennifer Tantum, a contender who has no problems expressing herself as a woman or as an athlete.
There's times where it's okay to be a tomboy, and there's other times that you have to be a lady.
And Lisa, she may need that big chopper to get up this 32-foot pyramid, the horsepower anyway. She is set to go in this event along with April Wheat. Jennifer currently trailing by 7 points coming into this event. And there's a look at the cheerleader from Texas. Electra and Sky doing the honors for the Glads. First woman up will earn 10 points. They've got 45 seconds to make it to the top. Sky has got April, and Jennifer Has to deal with Electra. Oh man, all the way down.
There they go. Boy, Jennifer's struggling against Electra.
April keeps scrambling up there, and Sky keeps waiting for her, keeps throwing her off. Uh-oh. Jennifer trying to sneak by Electra somehow, some way, as April goes topsy-turvy. And down goes Jennifer back to the base of the pyramid. Score one for Electra and Sky. They give our contenders a workout. Everybody is wiped out.
And here's another look at that matchup between Sky and April. Look at that tumble. And then you will see it happen again.
What was that old song? Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. That's what April Wheat did. I know, Lisa, don't quit my day job. She is tough, April Wheat. On to the men we go, and standing atop the pyramid, there they are, Hawk and Laser. And coming into this event, Mark Muse had the 24-12 lead on John Schwepker. Again, what makes this event so difficult is the surface of this pyramid is made of foam rubber. It's like running in wet sand. And that's the experience John Schwepker and Mark Muse are about to get.
Again, 45 seconds to time limit. Schwepker with the quick burst, but Hawk recovers in time to get a hold of him. Mark trying to bounce by Laser.
And Laser was challenging him up there. Now they are wrapped up tight.
They know they don't want to go down. Look at that move by Hawk on Schwepker. Holy cow, all the way down to the bottom of this pyramid go both contenders. They're resilient though, they're coming right back. Laser daring Mark to come on, and Mark decides to try a wrestling move. That didn't work. Both he and Laser went all the way to the bottom. Time has expired. John was so close, he's angry with himself, but what a match.
What a battle, guys. Laser, you were taunting Mark here when you were standing above him.
You know what, Mark's a great contender, and you know, when you get that confrontation, what else is there to do but take him to the mat? And took him to the mat a couple times, but you knew you couldn't get by me.
Mark, he wrecked you up and took you down hard.
But he came down with me each time, though. He came down with me.
Thanks, guys. You were great.
You two guys got locked up and went flying about 20 feet. Can you explain the sensation to us?
Well, I told John, I said, John, I got you. Let go. Let's at least make it good for television. And I grabbed him. I said, here we go, baby. And it was all downhill from there.
This whole thing is really about survival.
Yeah.
It's about fun.
When we were going down, I just wanted to try and land on him and try and get away. I'd had a few more seconds. I thought I had him, and then
he thought he had me.
I got to escape on him once, and he just grabbed me.
But he couldn't get away from the Hawk.
The Hawk flew after me.
Well, John is used to diving out things, pyramids, cliffs, you name it, he does it. How about this picture? John cliff diving. He, of course, is our Division II decathlon champion, a graduate of Southeast Missouri State.
I'm going to shoot him down. All right, I'm going to shoot him down.
The man with the plan on the Gladiator stand. It is Saber. It's time now for our game of hit or be hit. Assault. First up, our New Jersey State Patrol Officer, Mark Muse. And this guy ought to be a straight shooter. He's got 60 seconds to hit the target. Located above Saber. If he can, it's worth 10.
Mark, a former triple jump champion at Stockton State College in Pomona, New Jersey. If he doesn't hit the target, maybe he'll leap over the tennis ball.
His first shot was way high. Now it's station number 2. Lets it fly that one wide. 30 seconds left to go.
a chance. 15 seconds. He's at station number 4. Just missed underneath the target. One last chance. At station number 5, with time running out. He'll have to hurry.
Oh!
Yeah, he got the outside of it.
Did he get it? You didn't get it. You didn't get it.
1 second left on the clock. Well, John Schwepker has his work cut out for him.
I'm gonna get him this time.
Now trailing 34-12. If he wants to stay in this race with Mark Muse, he needs 10. In the worst way. First shot glanced off the shield in front of Saber.
Oh.
John hit the top of his own barrier there. That's why the projectile went wild. He's at station number 4. 20 seconds left. That one high.
John is wasting no time getting through this. Oh!
But before he can get to that last station, Saber picks him off. However, for firing 4 weapons, John Schwepker does get 4 points.
Maybe he was in too big of a hurry.
And while the crowd is still pumped, it's time for In the Line of Fire Part 2. April Wheat leading Jennifer Tantum, 7-zip coming in. Ice will do the honors for the Gladiators. And Jennifer is up first. Is she capable? Well, let's look back to what she did in the first round against Jazz. From station number 1 with the crossbow. There it is, bingo. She got the 10. Can she do it again? And Lisa, let's keep an eye on her right knee. She slightly sprained it during the pyramid.
Come on, let's go here. Come on, come on.
I talked to her just a couple minutes ago. She said it feels okay. So we'll see.
Moving well. Now it's station number 2 with 40 seconds left.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on.
Now 30 seconds.
Oh!
Ice just missed her there.
Oh, it glanced right by her. Oh!
Don't get her angry, Jennifer. Again, she hits the shield in front of Ice. 6 seconds to go. She never does make it to station number 5, but Jennifer on the scoreboard finally. 4 weapons fired, 4 points.
Ice right on today. Here's one more look. Raises Jennifer's back. Nice shot.
Well, April, we should be able to get the job done. As a member of the U.S. Coast Guard Reserve, she has fired a weapon before, but this picture, Lisa, a sharp contrast to her bubbly persona here at Gladiator Arena.
She's jumping and cheering and smiling. Of course, she is a former NCAA All-American cheerleader from the University of Texas, Arlington.
But she's got to run out of energy sometime. Hopefully not here in the Salt Dome.
Come on, babe. Come on, come on. Give me something.
The cheerleaders in Texas always have a lot of energy.
If he brings them down a little bit, she'll have a chance. 40 seconds to go.
Oh!
That one wide and low. Now 30 seconds. The weapon is station number 4. Very accurate. And Ice goes up in smoke. April Wheat's got 10. Nothing to it but to do it. Ready, aim, fire. Gotcha, Ice.
April, you never cease to so much about it?
Well, in the Coast Guard, I'm an expert with the M16, so this is like shooting! And I get to kill her! Yeah!
You got your woman. Nice job, April.
Well, April, calm down just a little bit. Go back to the locker room and get ready, because crunch time is coming up next, our crunch time event, the Joust.
Well, April's been a gymnast since she was very young. She's now a cheerleader at the University of Texas, Arlington. She is a bit intimidated by the Gladiators, though.
Yeah, I'm scared, and yeah, there's a fear factor, but that just gives you that much more adrenaline to get up there and do it, you know? And hey, if you win, then you just major beat the odds.
It is crunch time here at Gladiator Arena. You see the pugil sticks. That means it's the Joust, our crunch time event. April Weed up first with a 17-4 lead over Jennifer Tantum after 6 events. And April draws Zap. Second time limit. Zap looking to go for that two-fisted backhand. Now she switches over.
April's got good balance, being a gymnast and cheerleader.
Takes a wicked shot to the chops, but she still up there. Standing tall. 5 seconds to go. Another shot.
Zap is just taking aim.
And guess what? April Week, a cheerleader from Texas, goes the distance and gets 5 points for the draw.
Well, April is simply unreal. I don't know where the strength or energy comes from. Wow.
Zap tried to dial her number several times, but at the end, April was still standing. I don't know how.
April, you took a beating up there, and look at you. You still have energy. How do you do this?
She rang my bell, but I keep coming back for more.
Did it hurt at all? I mean, are you seeing stars, or are you okay?
No, I had my helmet pumped up really good, so she rang my bell, but I rang hers too.
Go get him.
The human pep pill.
Well, Jennifer Tantum now trails, so it's imperative that she picks up some points here against Zap.
Jennifer gets the first strike, but Zap's coming.
Zap just waits for her opening, and then when she gets that contender off balance, she lays it to her. That's what happened that time.
Zap definitely in command. She gives her a shot to the head, turns her around, and then pushes her right off the platform.
And as Zap says goodbye to Jennifer, we say hello to our men. They are ready to joust. This is the last event before the Eliminator for our 2 contenders to earn points. Remember, the winner goes on to the semifinals.
Well, it is clearly crunch time for John Schwepker as he trails Mark Muse 34-16. And the bad news is he draws the big man, Rebel, 6'3", 285, and mighty handy with that pugil stick in his hands. Wicked opening shot and combination by Rebel. It's over in 5 seconds.
Rebel definitely in command today. Keeps the shots high, gets John off balance, and he doesn't have a chance. There he goes.
You can hear the Rebel yell. He has developed quite a following here in a short time as a Gladiator, but people love the Rebel. And they love Mark Muse too. This is quite a contender.
Mark's motto is no pain, no gain.
Right now he's taking a defensive posture, trying to probe for some kind of opening in the big man's armor. Rebel gonna keep 2 hands on his pugil stick. Mark is giving him quite a battle.
Remarkable balance.
Oh, he was off balance and saved himself. He's got Rebel in trouble. He had Rebel in trouble. Rebel crosses over to Mark Muse's platform, automatic DQ. David slays Goliath. Part 2. For the case of you getting a little too aggressive and wanting that knockout punch a little too much?
Towards the end, I got a little hungry. I thought I had him on the ropes, and I went for the knockout blow, and I gave it away.
Good work.
Thank you.
Well, the contenders have shown us once again that anything can happen at American Gladiator Arena.
Do that enough times and they'll take home the Gladiator Crystal. Once again, we are in our quarterfinals. Winners move on to the semis. The men's competition, the winner today between Muse and Schwepker, will advance next week to face the man we call Two Scoops.
Gladiators are tough, but Two Scoops for you Gladiators.
The name Saber fits me because
I cut like a blade.
I'm afraid of
Nothing.
I can bench press.
550 pounds on a good day.
When no one's watching you,
I write poems.
I like talking trash because
I can back it up.
How would your best friend describe you?
Crazy, funny, and hard.
I think I look like
A black Mr. Clean.
my ultimate fantasy is
To unite the world through my words.
2 spots in next week's semifinal round hang in the balance, and the Eliminator will tell the tale. Jennifer Tantum and April Wheat are set for their showdown, and the tiny Texas cheerleader continues to surprise everyone. She'll take a 9-second head start into the race. Can Jennifer turn the tide? We're about to find out. She's with Lisa at the start line. Lisa?
Jennifer, you are the underdog, but you have been smiling through this all day, and I somehow believe you are ready for this challenge.
Yeah, all I can do is just keep going and trying, so that's all we can do right now.
Good luck.
Jennifer Tantum, the exotic dancer from Doylestown, Pennsylvania, looks more like a librarian with those glasses on.
And there's April brimming with confidence.
Our pedally enforcers, Zap and Electra, having a little fun.
And the Eliminator is brought to you by M&M's Chocolate Candies. The milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand. The final nervous moments, a lot's on the line.
April with the 9-second head start. Remember, the winner moves on to next week's semifinal round. Here comes Jennifer. April, just 21 years old, from Arlington, Texas. The human pet bill, she's been a bundle of energy all day long. Here she goes on the hand bike.
Not many people smile going across the hand bike.
She smiles doing everything. Here comes Jennifer.
Oh, wow.
April almost was spun off that cylinder. Now she's safely on the cargo net. Jennifer has come from behind before.
April is struggling up there.
Many times, leads are lost on that cargo net. Unsteady, unstable. April Wheat, big smile again, coming down the zip line. She has a wall to negotiate, and then the treadmill. Jennifer catching up. The treadmill will tell the tale. April takes a deep breath, and she makes it. Barely. And she will break the barrier first, barely, to win the race. April Wheat is moving on to the semifinals. Her time, 1 minute and 35 seconds.
April, I want you to say hello to all those people in Keller, Texas, and at UT Arlington.
Hey, y'all. This is not easy. This is really tough. And I'm really tired.
But you're really happy.
Oh, I'm very happy. Yes, 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 yes. And I'm back for more.
We'll see you in the next round.
Lisa, it's about time that April admitted she was tired. She ought to be. 8 grueling events. She's moving on to our semifinal round. Gets congratulations from Zap, and Jennifer Tantum finally finished as well. A great day for our women. In the men's division, New Jersey State Trooper Mark Muse has hustled and muscled his way to a huge lead on John Schwepker. His 14-second head start will be tough to beat. Does the former decathlete have the right stuff to make it up? We're about to find out. He's with Lisa at the start line.
John, I know that you at one point wanted desperately to be a decathlete in the Olympics. This is a different kind of arena, but are you ready to bring home the gold?
I'm gonna try. I never give up, I never quit. I know I'm down a lot of seconds, but I'm gonna give it all I got. That's all I ever ask out of myself, and that's all I ever do is give everything I have.
Can't wait to see it, thanks.
Yet 14 seconds against a contender as talented as Mark Muse is a lifetime. Mark's so focused all competition long. In 4 different events, he scored 10 points: sky track, tug-of-war, assault, and the joust. For all intents and purposes, Turbo and Laser's day is over, but they are in the penalty pit if needed. And believe me, they will root both of these contenders home. We're underway. Look at the strength of Mark Muse, making short work of that VersaClimber already to the top. John Schwepker will have to come up with the race of his life. Mark smoking a hand bike. Flying on the cylinder, still mistake-free. The cargo net now. Struggling just ever so slightly, but he's safely atop the platform and down the zip line he comes. The New Jersey State Trooper laying down the law. His wife Tracy here to take it all in. Look at him pump up that treadmill. Grabs the rope. He'll break the barrier easily. Mark going on to the semifinals. His time, sub 1 minute, 59 seconds. And John Schwepker will neither cease nor desist. He'll finish. Great effort.
Mark, I think I'm going to have to call you Superman today. And I know that there are state troopers all across America who are beaming because you just did them very proud.
Most definitely. New Jersey State Police, #1, and I just proved it. Hats off to John, though.
How are you doing? How are you feeling?
I feel real good.
Tired.
Tired, but this one was for my mom. Hi, Mom.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks
Congratulations.
Mark's motto, no pain, no gain. He is tough, he is disciplined, and he is our latest semi-finalist. Congratulations to him and John Schwepker. Well, coming up next week, it's the semifinals. Join us, won't you, as the quest for the Gladiator Cup continues. Until then, for Lisa Molosky and all of us here at Gladiator Arena, I'm Mike Adamley. Train hard, stay fit, and we'll meet again on the American Gladiators.